Alberta's oil and gas sector has been rocked in recent weeks, raising fears about the future of its economy. But one sector in the province is booming: tech. Experts attribute that trend to the dramatic increase in the number of people working from home. Employers have needed to update their digital networks to accommodate the new working arrangements. And Calgary's economic development predicts that businesses in the city will have spent more than $7 billion on digital transformations between 2019 and 2022. The organization says tech sector hiring will double the pace of the rest of Alberta's economy. And joining me now to discuss is Vince O'Gorman. He's the CEO of Vog App Developers. They make mobile apps for companies in Alberta. And he says he's hired more than 30 people since the start of the pandemic. He joins me now from Calgary. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So, Vince, we know about Silicon Valley, and here in Canada, you might think about Toronto or Vancouver as being the obvious choice for a startup. But many people might not think about Calgary as a tech destination. Is that a mistake?
I think right now, definitely, we're seeing massive growth among young tech companies. Lots of companies trying to establish here in Calgary their base of operations, because a lot of them are born and raised Albertans and looking to drive the economy here and bring a lot of investment back into Alberta. So,
the previous NDP government had introduced some tax credits for startup, and that was killed by Premier Kenney. So as a result, has the city lost talent because of that?
I think so. I think right now, you have a lot of tech companies that are here just hoping to hold out and to stay true to Calgary and to keep their employees here growing. And Calgary as a city is a great place. It's a great place to bring employees. People really love the fact that we're close to the mountains. It's rated one of the best cities in the world to live in. So, with the tech sector the way it is, it's still young and fragile. And with the NDP leaving and the PC government moving in, and with respect to removing those tax credits to the tech industry, a lot of companies really just started to wonder, what was the point of staying in Alberta? Why not move to those other provinces where it's more friendly and tax incentivizing tech industries?
So do you think there's kind of a missed opportunity here? I mean, obviously, Alberta is known for its natural resource industry, and that has taken a huge blow with the news in the last couple of weeks, the cancellation of the Keystone XL, the merger. So is this kind of the perfect time to try to pivot and focus on fostering this new industry?
I think any time is a good time, really. At the beginning of 2020, a lot of incentives were taken away. So bringing those back would be a huge advantage to tech companies, especially the ones that are really like us. We're growing very fast. We're seeing a high demand. But the problem it comes down to is having those skilled laborers, those people with that skill set that we're looking for. We're losing them to other provinces. We're losing them to the US and the big companies there. And I think, it's not a fact of that we're living here in Calgary and there's no opportunity. It's just we're not really well known for it. And I think the government, investing in tech companies and incentivizing companies to hire people and train them here will help that sticky rate of employees staying here in Calgary.
So
or in Alberta.
Yeah, if there was someone who, let's say, worked in the oil and gas industry and they lost their job, they were laid off, maybe this is the time that they're considering a career change, considering the future of that industry. Do you see tech as a realistic pivot for someone who is looking for a second career?
I think so. Tech is, there's so much you can do in tech, and even to be retooled. So we have, those hard workers inside the, working in the fields, working on the rigs. And I have friends that are in that industry as well. They have all the amazing soft skills that tech is looking for: attitude, driven, hardworking, knows what it means to have a crunch time. Like these people have the soft skills to easily adapt into the tech industry. I think if we get the government to buy in and say, help us pay for them to be retooled under our companies, we can see a huge growth in retooling these people. there's a big drive right now where a lot of support from the government is on graduates, really coming out of the post-secondaries. And that's great. That's really a good opportunity there. But what about the people that are losing their jobs? These people are highly skilled. And I think the transfer into the tech industry is more ideal for them, especially with what's going on in our energy sector.
We mentioned off the top there that your company actually has been hiring during the pandemic while others have been struggling. But you have been hiring some people from abroad right now. Tell us what that process has been like, and can it be, here somewhere where you're looking for talent outside of Canada?
Yeah, so that's also a challenge right now, obviously with COVID being closing our borders and making immigration a little bit longer. We have found people in Brazil. We are bringing people from Brazil, bringing people from Nigeria. The reason we went outside of Alberta and outside of Canada is because we couldn't find the skills of those type of developers here. We then did move also in the last little while. We've moved to really kind of still pick people from our own backyard. We did, as Vog itself has created a program called Launchpad by Vog to train people for the industry here so they stay here, and then making a strategic approach and really aligning with our other tech partners in Alberta to have those people that we've trained move into those positions which those companies are looking for.
All right, Vince O'Gorman, the CEO of Vog App Developers in Calgary. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for your time.